I've had a topic that's been coming up a lot recently, so I kind of wanted to field and facilitate a discussion on it for other individuals. So recently, what I've been noticing is constant negative self-talk, right? And I kind of pose this to people, like this question, like inviting yourself to explore what your self-talk is like on a daily basis. Is it, I can't believe you didn't do that? Is it guilt tripping? Is it using condescending language? Is it using passive aggressive comments? Is it saying that you're not enough or you could be better? Like, what is that self-talk for you? And then I want everyone to kind of explore this topic of what it's like living inside your abuser, your worst abuser, right? Because I feel like a lot of the time why I see individuals in domestic violence relationships or staying in unhealthy situations. Yeah, sometimes there's codependent attachment there. Yes, there's sometimes trauma bonding and stuff like that. But if you're living inside your worst abuser, then the abuse you're taking from someone else really is nothing in comparison. If your thoughts every single day are saying you deserve this, or that's right, you do deserve this. I know that I used to have this underlying thought of like I'm a burden or an inconvenience to others, so that would come out in like how my behaviors were, because I had this underlying thought on a regular basis of like, just don't burden other people, or don't be an inconvenience, because then you'll get abandoned, or then people will look at you differently, and it dictated a lot of my actions. So I was living inside this person that on a daily basis was reminding me that maybe I'm less than, or I deserve to be, and it created a lot of these different elements. So I invite yourself to explore if your inner dialogue that you're having with yourself is negative, and you took that inner dialogue and you put it in a body next to you and a person that was telling you those actual things rather than your own mind. Is that a person you would be friends with? Is that a person that you would want to be around on a daily basis? A person who's telling you you're a burden, you're less than, you're not doing good enough, you can't do this, you need to do that, this blah blah. It's like this dictatorship, right, in your mind, where you kind of like end up living in suffering. So inviting yourself to have this inner dialogue, maybe of compassion or humor. Starting to invite yourself to explore this opportunity to say, hey, all right, right now that feels uncomfortable. All right, well, you're doing the best you can. Being that encouraging parent to yourself. A lot of individuals talk about inner child work, right? I like to talk about that as well, but I also like to talk about living inside your abuser, be a victim of your own mind and your own mindset, which happens. Like trauma victimization, as a trauma specialist, I see it all the time. It plays out throughout a lifetime and a lifespan of individuals after they've escaped the trauma, or the trauma's not there, still falling victim to the mindset and that pattern of falling up on those old cognitions, those beliefs that don't serve them any longer. That's why we work in cognitive behavioral, cognitive processing, dialectical behavioral, to kind of undo some of these beliefs and stuck points, to kind of help individuals become free from that negative self-talk. But I wanted to invite everyone today to kind of just offer themselves an opportunity to be more compassionate, to consider taking yourself outside of yourself and putting it as a best friend. Say, would I want this as my best friend? Would I want to live with this person every day that's telling me these things about myself? And the answer is no. So we start simple. We start by saying, hey, I'm going to be more compassionate. I often ask parents, is this something that you'd say to your child? Would you say, hey, you're not good enough, stuff in those emotions, buck up, you're weak, why are you saying that? Just go cry in another room, like stop feeling. Like those are really harsh things. Picturing yourself telling that to a child, it can have this awareness and this awakening, this visual moment where you start recognizing, that's how I speak to myself on a daily basis, and that's not what anyone deserves. That's abuse. So empowering yourself by not living inside your own worst abuser, by starting to change that inner dialogue to one of compassion. And that starts with being aware that you're doing it in the first place, and inviting yourself to have a little bit of love, patience, and tolerance for yourself. More information about mindfulness practices can be found on our website at depresentherapy.com, along with a bunch of other references services, resources, and evidence-based practices for trauma and other tendencies and disorders. That if you go to the evidence therapy tab, we can direct you to whatever help you need. There's also a tab there for local providers. So if you're looking for providers in your area and you need therapeutic services, that's all available on the website as well. But for now, invite yourself to explore yourself today with compassion and have language that's a little bit more understanding, because you deserve it. You deserve to feel good about yourself. You deserve to love yourself. And you deserve to be celebrated every day that you're here. So thanks.